All right, so this is a nice little program that I had created to copy files between two destinations, or mainly two folders, and prioritize certain folders before others are copied. Um, Basically, what I have is this is rsync. I started out with JavaScript and a lot of service workers that had their own roles, and what I'd done was this is just a glorified file transfer with graphics. But once I got the transfer rate graph written up, I kept trying to make many different improvements to get that transfer rate up, because the whole transfer rate means the higher the number you get, the less time it's going to take to transfer everything. Um, and that's the problem I ran into with JavaScript with Node.js. It just wasn't transferring all that quickly. It was transferring files, it seemed fast from a human perspective, but when you get into the nuts and bolts of what's actually going on, it just wasn't cutting out. And it has its own problems where, like, if you're trying to transfer over 2 gigabytes of data of a file, you have to change over to, chunking everything. Uh, and I do work with large files. Like this video file here is like almost a gigabyte in size, and that's one of the medium size files. I'll attend meetings if they're 4 hours long, especially at the school. It might be 15 gigabytes. So it's I encounter some interesting files. And the whole threshold with the rolling average gets me the estimated time to completion. Uh, Basically, what I have are two hard drives. They're both 4 terabytes, and one is having an issue where it seems like it's becoming unreliable. So I want to, I purchased another drive. They're both on USB 3, and just trying to transfer everything I can before the other drive gives me any more problems where it's not recoverable at all. There are times where I will spend, an hour trying to get that drive to connect and be recognized and create some kind of data stream. Like the USB bus is recognized, but the some kind of token ring can't get established. So I'm like, I don't want to deal with the low level trying to interact with that drive. I just need everything copied and not deal with the issue. um, So I did all this JavaScript stuff, service workers. I was doing hashing, scanning, copying, chunking, and I had three workers that would do the direct copies, and a larger worker that would do a direct copy and a chunk copy for larger files. And if I did the chunk copies, all the smaller workers would pause and wait until the chunking got over. So lots of different strategies I did, but then I was like, I just wasn't really getting the kind of transfer rates I wanted, and this is a very long running process, and then I just went down to rsync. So this is a glorified visual display for rsync itself, and and that's about it. It first started out with just this file progress bar, and I felt that really wasn't representative of what was going on. And then I got the byte progress bar, and then I got the transfer rates. Then I added the rolling average. So a lot of little different changes along the way. And do I have all the workers listed? No, I don't have the workers listed, because so here you can change between rsync and the JavaScript Node version. Recycle service just means whenever I make a change to underlying code, I can just kill all the workers that were running and have them start back up with the new code. Um, the rsync worker was just a solid green line because it was active or not active. I have changed it to be more of a heat map to give me an idea of how much data is being transferred or how much activity. Um, yeah, I love it that I'm now getting what 47 megabytes per second. Um, Ideally, it should be 4.5 gigs per second or 5, somewhere around there. But I have a lot of little files, and a lot of things are going on. So that's it. That's the funnery of what's going on.